In today's video, we'll ranking Bloodstrike melee weapon skins. We'll be putting them into 4 tiers: S tier, A tier, B tier, and lazy tier, for those skins that look like the devs just gave up halfway through. And remember, all things said in this video is coming from a player that has only ever bought one melee weapon. So take my opinion with a grain of salt. The first melee weapon I'll be ranking in today's video is the Synthwave butterfly knife. For the unsheath animation, I'll give it an 8.5. It's sleek and not too much or too little. Up next, we have the inspection animation, which is probably the only reason why anyone even gets the butterfly knife. It gets an easy 10 in this category. The butterfly knife is just too smooth. Then, we have the slash effect and hit animation. This is the most underwhelming part of this particular weapon. At most, it deserves a 5 in my ranking. With that being said, I think this melee skin deserves a spot in the A tier. Even though the hit effects and slash effects are mediocre at best, this skin still holds up. The golden butterfly knife. Probably one of the rarest skins currently in Bloodstrike, and to be honest, I think it's pretty bland. Now hear me out, compared to the other melee weapons, it's super basic. Its inspection isn't anything flashy. The most that's going for this weapon is the minuscule gold bling floating around it. Now guys, don't get me wrong, if I wasn't going to rate the weapons on this list by looks, this would definitely be an S tier skin. But that's not the case, so this goes into the low A tier. The fact that it's a butterfly knife still carries it. On to my personal favorite butterfly knife skin, the Death Star. It gets a 10 in every single category. The spin animation? Flawless. The sound? That crisp shing. Could cure depression. The design? It's like someone said, what if elegance and beauty had a child? And this knife was born. Every single thing. Perfect. And yeah, I'll admit it. This one's my personal favorite. If I could marry a Bloodstrike melee skin, this might be the one. Don't judge me. Easily our first S-tier weapon. Frozen Rebirth. One of the few dual blades in Bloodstrike, and honestly, it's straight up eye candy. Now for the rating, the inspection, although it's nothing different from the other blades previously added to the game, it's still amazing to look at, bringing it to a solid 9.5 rating. And for the unsheath animation, does deserve a 10 rating, no questions asked. And for the slash and hit effect, this is where this honestly earns its spot in the A tier. It actually feels like you're swinging 2 blades. With elemental effects, another 10, no questions asked. With that, I'm sure y'all know this is going in the S tier without a doubt. I'd argue that this is definitely the best-looking dual blade in game. The next skin we'll be rating is the Rainbow Knife skin. Absolutely hideous for a rank reward, this skin doesn't do Bloodstrike any justice. And before y'all say, yay, it's a free skin, just look at the CAG skin they recently added in the ranked rewards. It's amazing. This skin has no animations, no nothing. It's almost as bad as Barcelona's defense in the last few games, but that might be pushing it. This melee skin shows Bloodstrike's laziness and lack of concern with ranked rewards, and it doesn't deserve nothing more than the lazy category. Next up, we have the AOT ODM gear skin. This one is more on the unique side when it comes to Bloodstrike skins, and honestly, it's a pretty neat one too. As for the inspection, it is on the simpler side of things. It still gets a 7.5 rating. The unsheath animation is also a bit simple, but it's still satisfying to look at, which is why it gets an 8.5 for the unsheath animation. But the thing that brings this skin to another level is the unique ability to zoom around the map while in the pregame lobby, which is one of the most unique things I've seen in a Battle Royale game ever. While this skin doesn't have any fancy effects or vibrant colors, I think it still deserves a spot in the S tier because of its uniqueness. Another one-handed melee that's pretty well renowned in the Bloodstrike community, the Talon knife. One of the most glazed melee skin in game, but is it really worth the hype? The inspection for the Talon is definitely on the smoother side of things, and I do think it deserves a 10. The simplicity on this skin's unsheath animation fits it so well, and for that, it gets an 8.5 for the unsheath animation. And the hit effect and slash effects is a bit simple, but the red trail does add to the aesthetic for that. It gets a 7.5. The Talon is a household name at this point, and it does deserve a S-tier spot. Drop in the comments what melee skin you'd like to see next. God bless you, I'm out.